In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can automate long form videos into short form viral clips that get millions of views. These are all clips from iShowSpeed's stream that are clipped and get millions of views. Like this first one has 13 million views, this one has 1.1, this one has 26 million views, this one has 22 million views 4 months ago, and it's only a 40-second clip. These are all random clipping channels, and I'm going to show you how you can automate all of this, where all you have to do is provide the long form video link, and it will take that long form video, clip it into small viral chunks, and then auto post it for you as well. We'll be using N8N as our automation platform along with Airtable. The best part is I'm going to be going through this entire automation step by step so you can follow along with the entire cost breakdown, along with this free N8N template. This entire template and the instructions to install will be on my free Skool community. If you want to level up your automation skills and get support from me, as well as some additional templates and support, you can join my paid Skool community. The link for that will be down below. Okay, with that, let's get started. Make sure you like and subscribe. It takes me a while to make all these automations, so appreciate the support. Okay, to get started on this automation, we're going to start in Airtable. The link for that will be in the description. If you don't already have an account, you can create a free account. And then once you're logged in, you can hit create down here. We'll build an app on your own. Let's name this base. I just named it something like that. That can be any name you want. And then let's start building out this table. Let's rename it long form videos. And then let's go ahead and edit this field, unique ID. This will be an auto number. Let's go ahead and delete the rest of these fields as we don't need them. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and add a URL. This will be long form video URL, like that. After that, let's add a single select. This one will be status. The options for that will be shorts generated, and this can be a green color. That will be not processed. And this will be like a yellow. And then the last one will be failed generating, and this will be a red. Actually, let's edit it and let's make the default not processed. Okay, after that, let's just add a process date as well. So let's do date field, and we'll do process date like that. Create the field, and then the last one will link to another record, create a new table. This will be short form videos, and we'll allow linking to multiple records on. There we go. Now let's go into the short form video table, and let's rename this unique ID as an auto number from the change. Okay, after that, let's add a few records. Let's do a URL, short form video URLs, like that. Okay, and then let's add a few long text. Instagram caption. Let's go ahead and duplicate that field, rename it as YouTube caption. Let's duplicate it one more time, in caption. And then I like to create a created time date so we know when it was created. And from that, we've set up our Airtable. Now we can move on to N8N. Okay, with N8N, you can create an account. You can either self-host it or go through the cloud. I'll have that in the pricing as well in the end. But once you're there, you can create a workflow or import it from my free Skool community. Going step by step, we'll start with a schedule trigger. So we just type in schedule trigger, there it is. And we can just leave this as whatever time you want. Maybe we do every hour. So every hour it will trigger this automation. Next, we're going to go to Airtable, and we're going to search records. And here you're going to connect your personal access token account. You do that by opening the docs here for N8N to Airtable. Essentially, you just create an Airtable access token and you paste it in here, and then you should be able to connect to that account. From here, we're going to choose the base that we just created. I'm going to rename mine to demo so that does not mess up with my Airtable. And from this, you should see if we refresh this. Here we go. There is the demo one I will be using. And from this list, we'll do long form videos. And the formula that we're doing is we want the non-processed statuses. And we're going to return only one, as we'll only be doing one at a time. There we go. Okay, that's the first part of the automation. Now we're going to actually start analyzing the long form video content. So we're going to go here, we're going to add an HTTP request. This method will be a post. The platform that we'll be using for long to short form will be Clap, and this is the URL. Authentication, we're going to do a generic credential type. We're going to put in a bearer authentication. And for the bearer auth count, all you'll have to do is create the bearer token. The bearer token will be in your Clap account. I'll show you that here. Okay, once you logged into clap.app, you should be able to see an API. And from here, you'll enter your billing information. Again, I'll include all of this in the cost breakdown. But once you enter your billing information, then you're able to create a new API key like that. And from here, you can just copy this. I'll delete this since we already have one. And once you copy that, all you're gonna do is paste it into this bearer token. And once you have that, that is your credentials that you'll be using throughout the automation. So from here, I like to also name the node. Analyze long form. Okay, and the last part is we're going to send a body, and we're going to send using JSON. And I'm going to paste in the entire JSON here. Again, the JSON for all of this will also be in my free Skool community. So that's how you'll be able to access this. Essentially, what this does is we take in the long form URL from Airtable. This is a variable that is from Airtable, and we are putting into the JSON along with some of these settings. Again, you can change some of these. So like the target clip amount. So we're getting 2 clips from that long form video. If you want more, you can just say you just put 5 right here and within this max clip count as well. For now, we'll just leave it at 2. And these are the settings that we start off with. Again, you can change it however you want. Once we have that, let's close out all that. Okay, after that, let's add a wait. We need to do a wait for about 5 minutes. This gives Clap a good amount of time to analyze the long form content and generate those 2 clips. That's what we're doing. Let's now do another HTTP request. This one we can leave as a get, and the URL will be this. Essentially what we're doing is we're getting the status of that job from the first HTTP request. And we'll name this get status, like that. The authentication will be that generic credential type along with bearer auth, and then this bearer account that you set up should be the one that you have. And from there, we are done with this HTTP. We can exit out of that. Now we just need an if statement. This if statement will have this value in. Essentially, it's just checking the status is equal to ready. And we can click out of that. So if it's not ready, the false, we want to go back to the wait. So it waits and then it checks the status again. If it's ready, it will continue. If not, it will wait again and just continue looping until it's ready. Okay, from the true, we're going to add an HTTP request. The method will be get and the URL will be that. Same authentication, generic credential type, bearer auth, and then that bearer auth account. And there we go. That's the get details request. Let's name it get shorts details. From here, we can exit out of that. Let's save. Should we save? Because I've lost my work too many times to not save. Okay, after this, let's go ahead and export the shorts. So we'll do another HTTP request and let's name it export shorts. The method will be a post. The URL will be this URL, which is an exports URL. Same authentication as always, bearer auth account. And then we're gonna send body and we'll send using JSON. And we have to put in this preset like that. And that is done. Let's move this down here below. Just give it some separation like that. Okay, we're gonna do the same exact thing with the waits because this also has to wait for the export. And we'll wait 5 minutes. And then let's go ahead and do another HTTP request. This one will be a get request, and that is the URL. Again, the URL will be in the free Skool community. Enter in the same authentication, and then the name should be get shorts. And then now they're here, let's just go ahead and duplicate the if statement. Duplicate. Plug that in. Again, if it's false, we want to wait again. If it's true, we're going to go to Airtable and we're going to create a record. Okay, before we create the record, let's exit out of this and let's rename this if statement to ready $2. And this first if statement will be ready like that. And once we're in the create record, go back to that. Let's copy and paste all the expressions. Long form videos will be this. Make sure it's an expression. Instagram caption, YouTube caption, and LinkedIn caption. Okay, with that filled out, we can exit there. And then let's move this down below just to give it some separation as well. Okay, and let's make sure we save from here so we have that work. From here, we can start auto posting the reels to whatever platform you'd like. To start auto posting, we're going to use a platform called ContentDrip.AI. We're going to create an account and then we're going to enter a plan. And once you enter a plan, you should be able to go to the dashboard. From the dashboard, you go to integrated accounts. From here, this is where you can add your accounts: YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook pages, or Instagram. For Instagram, let's create the connection. From here, I'm going to switch account. Okay, I'm going to enter my test account. Okay, from here, I'm going to allow. Okay, once your account pulls up, you're going to go to the copy ID in the little corner, and we're going to use that in our automation. Let's go back to here and let's go to HTTP request. The method will be a post method. The URL will be this content drip post. We're going to be sending some headers. The header will be an x-api-key, and then this API key will be found in your user account. So go to your user account and go to API, and then there is your API. Let's copy that and you can paste that in here. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and send a body. I'm gonna be using JSON. Okay, this is the JSON that I have so far. So for whatever account you would like, this is where you're gonna be changing some of the account IDs. So for each target account, you'll need the account ID created within ContentDrip. So whatever new account you want, copy the ID and enter in the ID right there. And we'll leave the YouTube one as is. You'll notice you can change the description as well as some other settings in here. The caption will be the caption we get from the Clap app, and then the URL will be the ready to URL. For the name, let's name this post publish reels, like that. And then the last note that we need to do is go to Airtable and update a record. We're going to go to the base that we created, and we're going to update the long form videos. Okay, the ID for using to match will be this expression right here. And we can delete the URL. The status will be shorts generated, and process date will be an expression, and it will be some JavaScript like that. And then we can close out of that. Let's make sure we save it. Let's turn it on to active, and then we can test this out by inputting a long form video of your choosing. Okay, this is a full stream 4 hours ago, and we're going to be using this long form video to get short form clips. Let's copy that URL. Let's go to the Airtable long form videos table. You can delete the unused ones. Delete that, and then the status, make sure this do not process. And from here, since this is active, every hour this will trigger. Since we spawn it right now, we will execute the workflow. Okay, we ran into an issue, which is very common in automation. And it looks like I mislabeled my URL in Airtable. Okay, to fix this is very simple. We're gonna delete what we have in here, and we're gonna enter in the URL like that. And there we go, it should work from here on out. Save that, and let's execute the workflow again. There we go. So it analyzed the long form. If we go into Clap, into the dashboard, we should see that video pull up, and after some time, it will generate the clips. Okay, the full automation has finished, and as you can see, it generated 2 shorts. And if we go to Airtable, we should see 2 short form videos. Let's check them out. Okay, that's awesome. So he's talking about this crazy story, and I think let's check it out if it posted. And here is one of those clips that it generated with that test description as the description. So boom, there you go. That is how you do that. Okay, and here is the entire cost breakdown. I separated between cloud and self-hosted in 8N. There's a price difference with that. And the average clap, which is about $2 for 2 short form videos. That can be adjusted based on how many shorts you get per long form video. It varies drastically, but if you did 2 videos per day for 30 days, this is the monthly cost for that, which would be $107 per month for self-hosted, or $123 per month if you do the N8N cloud. Again, make sure you check out the Skool communities, the paid and the free, and let me know if you have any questions or comments down below, and thanks for watching.